Hey guys, Marsting in here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so we are going to have a look now at the STR Super Vegeta has made his way to Global. Shout out to anyone who was in the summon stream earlier today. I did get some pretty bad luck, I have to say. It took me, I think, about 800 stones to pull the first copy. And by the end of the stream, I think I'd done like 1,200 stones, and I still only had that one copy. And so, in typical fashion, after the stream, as I was getting ready to go to bed, I decided to buy one more 91 stone pack, because I had like a few odd stones, so that put me up to 100, and do 2 more multis. And of course, on the second one, I got a Zeno animation, so I swear this always happens, like when I summon off camera, but so I do have one dupe, so I was able to give him some additional. I have like no really good silver skill orbs, so he's only got a level 1. So obviously I gave him level 9 additional level 3 dodge in the hidden potential system. He's freshly awakened and everything, so obviously he's full level 1 links. But I wanted to go ahead and jump in and test him out here. So obviously he is the 170 lead for Pure Saiyans and Mastered Evolution. We are just running a Pure Saiyans team here just to see what it'll be like. HP 130, attack and defense 170. He does immense damage and gets guaranteed crits, which is why you obviously want to give him all additional. And yeah, he gets pretty solid stats at the start of turn, attack and defense 150. Gets an additional 50% to both when performing a super, as well as an additional 50% to both after he receives an attack. He also stuns the enemy, like guaranteed when he supers. It's only for the one turn, and obviously only in events where you actually can stun. But we're going to run this Pure Saiyan team. I think this will be an interesting one to check out. Obviously using the LR Gogeta and Vegeta as a rotation together. Very, very powerful rotation, especially under a 170 lead. And for the Super Vegeta, one of his best link partners is the GT Vegeta, who obviously is a very good unit as well. So we do actually have them starting off on the same rotation here. I only found a 55% friend. It was literally the only one that was up. So obviously that's always the problem when it's like the first day. Because I'm recording this only like, to be honest, it's not that long after the banner originally came out. So obviously some people aren't in like a crazy rush to awaken them. So let's see. So he takes a couple of thousand damage, gets the buff 3.4 million. So that is him linked up with the GT Vegeta. I'm assuming the friend is all level 1 links as well. No support. And then as you can see, after he got that buff from not only taking the first hit but also attacking, then of course he just takes double-digit damage. So I believe he shares 6 links with GT Vegeta. We'll check that out on the next rotation, because I'm going to want to float my Vegeta off to be on that main rotation with the GT Vegeta, because obviously mine does have the dupe. So yeah, we need to get him floated off. I did bring this Xeno Vegeta as well. Obviously, he's only going to be supporting the Vegeta rotation. So ideally, if you want to run like a optimal Pure Saiyans team, you don't really want to bring a support unit who's only supporting one of the rotations. But I thought I'd bring him along for this initial video just to obviously see Vegeta with the nice buff that he gives. So obviously, it's a 40% support unit for Vegeta family. So I think Boo, yeah, there's no way Boo survives until we get to see the one dupe Super Vegeta attacking the final slot. So we can go ahead and move on. But now we're going to have a support unit. We've got this EZA AGL Goku. So he is providing 30% attack and defense. This is a perfect rotation as well for Super Vegeta to be getting hit in slot 1, because we've got type advantage. So yeah, as you can see here, every single link active except Saiyan Pride. I actually forgot that he doesn't have Saiyan Pride. Like, Saiyan Pride is a really good attack link, so it's a little bit unfortunate that that is the one that they don't share. But this should be a pretty solid. Let's have a look at his start of turn defense. Again, this is the 55% one. So he's got 100k defense, and then bear in mind he gets the 50% buff when he gets hit, and then he's going to get a 50% buff when supering, and that's going to factor in the raise that he got from the being hit as well. So obviously that's going to jump up to potentially a little bit over 200k. So worst case scenario is when he takes a super attack as the first attack, but 3.89, so almost 4 million attack stat at 55%, full level 1 links with a little bit of support. it's definitely not too bad. I mean, the fact that the attack stat doesn't necessarily need to be as high because he gets a guaranteed crit. So obviously you're getting that little bit of extra damage compared to a normal unit that's putting out a 4 million attack stat and then potentially not critting. So that nice little bit of damage is good. I mean, again, 55% level 1 links. I mean, the Vegeta that's next to him, the GT Super Saiyan Vegeta, he put out just over a 6 million attack stat, but he's Rainbow full level 10 links. So obviously there's a massive gap in the amount of investment and the power there, but not a huge difference, like 2 odd million attack stat. That's still pretty good. So go ahead and do this. Now we can get the Xeno Vegeta floated off so he can provide some support, and we should have the one dupe Vegeta coming up onto this other rotation as well. So I really want to see what that dupe, the difference that makes. I mean, it's not going to be a huge amount in like the attack stat and the defense, but obviously the fact that he has level 10 additional means obviously he has a 20% chance to perform an additional, and after getting off that first super, the effect is obviously that he gets guaranteed crits for 1 turn. So obviously that means any additionals that he does are guaranteed crits as well. So apparently though I'm just stupid and put the friend in the first slot anyway. So I guess we'll have to keep going and wait and see for 69% Vegeta. So again, super attack in slot 1. So we are getting a little bit unfortunate in the sense that, like I say, that is kind of the worst case scenario for this Vegeta. At least we've got type advantage in this rotation, but 3.5 million, there's that crit. And then again, like the GT Vegeta didn't pick up a ton of orbs, 4.5. It's not like a huge difference, so you can kind of see the power level that this Vegeta is at. And there you go, my one with 1 dupe, 3 million. That's without getting that extra 50% buff from being hit. So obviously still pretty solid, even in like slot 3. There's that level 3 dodge. And yeah, obviously he's going to take double-digit damage from the normal attacks. So we do have the ability to fuse, but I guess we could go ahead and do that now, just to speed it up a little bit. I'm going to put the skip active skill thing on though, because I don't want to sit through both of these when we're in a Super Vegeta showcase. But there we go. We now have both of these guys fused together. So get rid of these candies and grab the rainbows, and we still managed to get full 24 key for both of these guys. So Vegeta here obviously about to absolutely destroy Super Buu. He might even take him out with the counter if he crits. Okay, no crit. Still actually almost took him out, but and then a 6.1 million attack stat. So this is where the release of this Vegeta is going to make such a huge difference. Like Pure Saiyans finally having a 170 leader, all of these ridiculous rotations that you can put together, like the Gogeta and Vegito, there's not a lot of teams that they're both on that have a 170 leader until now. So really, really good. We've got the support from Xeno Vegeta now, 40% support. So our start of turn defense is 108k. And let's see, we can get, just get 7 orbs here. And then we'll give this one to you as well. So are we going to get supered in slot 1 again? Okay, we actually take a normal attack. So 25k, and then it immediately drops to double digits. So very, very good. And then, yeah, 4 million attack stat is pretty nice. And, yeah, always getting the guaranteed crit. So, and then GT Vegeta coming in with a nice little bit of damage in slot 2. Like, GT Vegeta benefits from this rotation setup as well, because obviously he is better defensively after supering. Look at that, the level 5 dodge as well. Let's go. So he is obviously better defensively after supering. He can still work in slot 1. But yeah, obviously being paired with this Super Vegeta who ideally wants to be in slot 1, this does work out quite nicely. So, in fact, let's go ahead and try out. I mean, my Vegito is like rainbow level 10 links, whereas my Gogeta is only 55% level 10 links. So it's probably not the best slot for him to be in. But we've put Vegito in slot 1 before already. I want to see the full 24 key super from Gogeta here. 4.27. Obviously effective against all types. So technically that attack stat, in terms of the actual damage we're going to do, like the attack stat might seem a little bit lower. But obviously we are actually dealing pretty solid damage. And after he fuses, he does have damage reduction for a few turns as well. So how much is this going to do? Yeah, 54. That's not too bad. And then VEGETA going to come in and finish it off. So obviously the difference between VEGETA and Gogeta is pretty clear on this setup. But like I said, my VEGETA is rainbow, whereas Gogeta is literally 55%. I got the one copy from his original banner, the Christmas Dokkan Festival banner. Like, those summons were awful for me. So, okay, let's see how VEGETA is going to tank this super attack here. Because we'll go ahead and put the active skill back on so we can check out the Super VEGETA active skill. In fact, I don't think I've changed it back to English, but we are going to be doing plenty of videos with this guy over the next week or so. So let's go ahead and use his active skill. So he's going to get Ki and an extra 50% attack. The active skill is awesome. It's pretty basic, pretty straightforward, but very, very cool. So, the 50% attack buff, obviously you ideally want to use this on a turn where he is going to get hit in slot 1, because then obviously you're now getting that buff as well as the active skill and the on super buff as well. So, obviously this one is the friend, 55%. I'm really interested to see how much he tanks this super for, because, wow, look at that, 5.8 million. That is a pretty significant jump. If you consider without support, he was only doing like 3 million. And then with the active skill and a support unit, he's doing like double that. So he still takes 100k. But, I mean, considering how deep we are into the event, like, he's a unit that, especially at 55%, his defense there was around, what have we said on the previous rotations? It's like 200k, maybe a little bit over with the little bit of support. So he's not a unit that you would really expect to be able to tank supers, but pretty decent. Obviously with this team setup, with the Pure Saiyan lead that he does have, obviously the HP part of it is a little bit lower. So as you can see, the team only has 430k HP for this particular build. We are running some units that, you know, like the AGL Easy A Goku, this Xeno VEGETA. I mean, this is the thing with Pure Saiyans. Like, I like to build teams where I use off-rotation support units in slot 3 for, like, the majority of the builds. But, like, Pure Saiyans just has so many ridiculous options. Like, you could basically just put Super VEGETA as the leader, grab a Super VEGETA friend, and then pretty much run like a full LR team. And I mean, if you really wanted to, because he's not going to do as much damage because he's not getting the buff from being hit first, but you could literally just run Super VEGETA as the floaters, and then, you know, Pure Saiyans is one of the biggest categories in the game with the most options. So there's so many ways that you could choose to build the team. And, you know, very LR heavy, very, very powerful units. I mean, even though technically his leader skill is Pure Saiyans, like, you know, VEGETA Family, for example, like when VEGETA Family Extreme Super Battle Road finally comes out, like, you could just grab this guy as the leader, because his leader skill is going to be one of the highest for making that team, because obviously the GT VEGETA only has a 150% for VEGETA Family, and obviously LR Super Saiyan 4 VEGETA is a little bit outdated at this point. So, could literally just grab this guy and then run a full, like, VEGETA Family team. Or at least Pure Saiyans, because you've got units like the Dark Mask King from Heroes is obviously very useful. So, we finally have my one in slot 1. So, with no support, he starts off at 102k. So, you can see the difference. He's got, like, almost 10k extra defense with that dupe. I did give mine an attack skill orb because I didn't have any good defense ones. I probably would give him a level 5 defense one when I get another one, just because obviously you want to make sure that when he takes that hit in the first slot that he's taking as little damage as possible, and then once that buff goes off, then as you see, he then takes double-digit damage from the follow-up normal attacks. So yeah, VEGETA, definitely a very fun unit. He's very solid all round. Even the 55% friend has been pretty decent. Obviously, he's going to go straight on my link leveling team because he does have a very good link set. And as you see here, the guy in the third slot is the 55% one, 2.6 million. But we get that guaranteed crit. So we're always going to be doing that nice little bit of extra damage. And even with that, just the buff from the super, not the one where he is getting hit first, he was still able to tank all of those hits at the end for double-digit damage. So still very, very effective. So we'll go ahead and grab these, and then we'll grab some same type orbs for Goku. VEGETA potentially finishes him off here. He hasn't gotten a crit counter at all yet. There we go. I thought, you see, I thought I'd say that just to try and speak it into existence. So we get the crit counter and then a 6.1 million follow-up attack stat. We potentially finish him off here, and then we'll play out the next turn as the final turn, and we will use the my Super Vegeta's active skill. So we should be able to break like 6 million, right? Because we got to like 5.8 with the 55% one. And in fact, I think on this next rotation, I think we might have the Xeno Vegeta in slot 3 as well. So that's going to be it's going to be looking very good. We have taken a lot of damage there, though, of course. So we've got a super attack coming in slot 1. Of course, typical on this turn, we don't have an attack in slot 1 to capitalize on. So, do I want to use the active skill here? Ideally, I want to use it, like I say, when he's getting hit in slot 1. But I guess for science, we can use it and see what kind of attack stat he's going to get here now without the being hit in slot 1 buff. But he's got the Vegeta family support from Xeno Vegeta in the final slot. So, we'll go ahead and see how much damage he's going to do. I guess, realistically, like, if we're playing optimally, like, if this was me trying to beat this event for the first time, it would make more sense to put GT Vegeta in slot 1. In fact, yeah, okay, he doesn't have Saiyan Pride, so yeah, it wouldn't have made a difference with the links, so it doesn't matter. So, yeah, let's see. What attack stat are we going to get with the active skill? Still 5.2, and that's without getting that hit in the first slot. So, yeah, he definitely would be at like 6 million if we were actually able to get that first hit. And there's the additional normal, which of course is a guaranteed crit. This will probably do a pretty significant damage though. Yeah, 141. Actually, that's not too bad. I was expecting it to be quite a bit over 150, so 140, I guess I'll take it. But yeah, I'm going to wrap things up there. I just wanted to do like a very initial showcase here of the new, I guess, quote unquote, Pure Saiyan team on Global. Let me know what you guys think down below, and let me know if you did pull the Vegeta, or even if you're just using a friend one, if you see one pop up on the friends list. Let me know how you will be running your ideal Pure Saiyans team now that he has dropped. So let me know all of that down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.